Would you run into battle with a katana, or would you prefer a gun?
I gotta know who my opponent is. I'm not just gonna.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who is it? Is
See,
it like
they always say,
if I have a gun, they have a gun?
yeah. Well, they're gonna have whatever
They have a
think
sword.
is
They have a
best.
sword.
No, I think they're gonna have the best thing that they have available, which might be a chainsaw, might be a gun, might be whatever.
Why do I only have two choices? And they're like, yeah, we'll just do whatever. We can.
At first, I was referring to like war. So like Navy, in a Navy context, if you were a Navy SEAL, would you replace your M4 with a katana? Is what my question was.
I feel like I would not.
No? Okay.
A rifle.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another fantastic episode, or I hope it's going to be fantastic. I haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
Of Gettin Groovy.
Yeah.
It's the podcast where Connor Mink, this guy, the one that you're seeing with your eyes, I say words, and then hopefully someone else shows up, and then they say words, and then hopefully those words mingle in a way that, you get a laugh out of. But today, we have a special guest. He is the second remote podcast I've done. This one is not in my area code. This one is in a separate area code. So this is kind of necessary. But I think he's a funny guy. He makes some laughs out of me every once in a while. I've known him since I was much shorter than I am now. But, times change, people grow, things happen. Mike Mekes, who are you? What is this?
Still don't know. I don't know.
Right,
it changes every day.
I mean, at least you're honest. How you been?
That was great. That was a great
up?
introduction. I like that. Hey.
Yeah, no, just off.
I like how you called
this is all.
Yeah, you called the episode fantastic before we even started. I like it. I like the. I like the confidence.
Going in with a positive attitude.
Yeah.
But where
great.
are you? Where are you joining us from?
I'm currently living in Yokosuka, Japan, and it's 9 a.m. Sunday morning.
And for context, it is 7 p.m. Saturday night. That's wild, dude. Okay, so you're not Asian. Why are you there?
No. Hey, man, anyone can live here. It's a big,
so you're gonna
big
say
world
anyone
out
can
there.
be Asian?
I
mean, nowadays
that is debatable, I would say. But yeah, I got
Scarlett Johansson could be Asian. She could do it. She could pull it off.
The one and only. She's the one exception.
ScarJo?
I got stationed out here for the Navy about a year ago in November. 2 months before. Well, actually, it was a few months before COVID really took over the world. But
right, you're closer to the epicenter. How are you faring? What's going on?
Well, like closer to Wuhan.
Debatable.
I don't know.
I'd
What's
imagine.
the epicenter of COVID?
I'm just gonna say, from general knowledge of what I know about it happened over there first, and then now it happens over here. So that's all I know. I could be wrong.
So
call me stupid.
I got here.
Please.
No, I wouldn't. I mean, over there is a good representation of where it happened. If you're in America and you're like, yeah, COVID came from over there, you're not wrong. Yeah. It came from a different country.
Although there was a sister lab, I guess, to the Wuhan lab in South Carolina. I believe I heard that. I believe that might be a fact that I know. We'll see.
Might be. All right, listen.
Some might come out.
Yeah, I skimmed over this article barely. Someone had I think it was a lab or maybe like a golden retriever. They had COVID. And
a lab scientist. Absolutely. He's a lab coat. A lab coat and a lab coat.
I never
a lab
thought
coat on a lab coat.
That's a funny joke. I've never referred to a Labrador having a lab coat of fur. Yeah. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
They do. You heard it here first, folks.
Indisputable.
And sometimes they may don a lab coat in certain contexts. You know,
There's layers.
there's like if they're wearing
This
two
is
coats, if they're wearing a coat and a coat,
yeah. It's way too early. that
layers,
we're
onions.
discovering these
Yeah.
groundbreaking developments. If you
All
put
right, so
a
go
lab
back,
coat, it's like if
back to Japan.
okay, yeah, sorry.
We can dive deep. I'm willing to go into this.
I think that's as far as it goes. I mean, if I
Okay,
saw
right.
a lab dressed up for Halloween as a scientist, you could be like, he's wearing two.
Yeah.
He has two lab coats. I think that's as far as it goes. That's as far as we need to beat the joke.
I mean, he would also be. Do you think? Okay, so real quick, as a side joke from that, do you think being a doctor or like a fireman or like some sort of job where you need to like act in a moment of danger, like if it was Halloween and you were just dressed up as a doctor and they were like, is there a doctor on the plane? Like, do you think they would look at you and be like, you're dressed like a doctor, and then you're like, no, I'm not. This is a Halloween, and they're like, no, you gotta. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like
That's something to think about.
The person who's asking for a doctor has to know that this is not the time to associate people's professions with how they look.
Right.
Like that's their first mistake.
If it's Halloween,
Are
what
you
if it's
asking
November 1st?
like midnight?
November
Like,
1st in the
it's
morning.
1
It's an
a.m.?
overnight flight.
Who is flying? Who are there great
Yeah.
deals on Halloween Eve or All Hallows Eve? Southwest
Hallows
Airlines
Eve.
coupon gift code.
I think it might be something that we shouldn't share to the public. I think if necessary, I think we should take advantage of that.
People always talk about flying on like Christmas Day. It's like, oh, no one wants to fly on Christmas Day. Let's do that. What about other holidays? You know, Easter morning, New Year's Eve. People probably do.
Honestly, I would fly on Easter morning because then if you're like visiting your parents and you really just don't want to like talk about Jesus, like that's fair. And then you move on and you like, oh, I get there at like 6, and they're like, oh, but you're gonna miss brunch, and then we're like, no, I got such a good deal on the flight though. It was a great like $2.99 round trip, dude. That's cross country.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So you didn't say where the destination was. So I'm like, $2.99. Is that good?
It was $2.99. There's a Spirit.
I'm going to
Airlines
Rochester for $300.
Where can you take off from Buffalo and land in Rochester? Is that able? Are you able to make that happen?
I feel like you could.
Does
do
Rochester
it for
have an
Albany.
airport? Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like there's probably a small one. Like there's the Buffalo International Airport, and then there's the Niagara. Or wait, maybe I had that wrong.
No,
There's
you
the
got
smaller
it. I
one.
think so.
I don't know.
The Niagara Falls one is, I believe, more commerce focused than the other one. The other one is personnel focused, I believe. I could be wrong. I've driven by the Niagara Falls one many a times in my life, but the Buffalo one, I just do that leaving.
I've went to the smaller one to go, like they were strictly like, we are flying to North Carolina only today. We are going back and forth 6 times. And if you want to show up, you can come. And
it's like a bus route.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It was like Spirit Airlines, or what was it, like Frontier, or just like a random plane. It's like, sure, we're a company. Trust us, we're fine.
We put engines in these. Go for it. You got it. But getting back to Japan, I do want to talk about that because Japan's the shit. I have a katana.
Yeah.
There's a katana here.
Oh, fuck.
So
yeah,
you are represented slightly in this by visuals.
That's not my culture.
Well, you're
thank you so much
slightly
that
adopted
you put that
culture.
Up. Yeah.
No, it's been there. I rep. Guess where I bought that?
At the mall.
I bought it in
Wegmans.
Colorado at Wegmans.
I don't know.
I got this at Build-A-Bear Workshop. No, I
Oh,
actually I went to Colorado and then I was at the souvenir shop and they were like, mugs, t-shirts, the works. And then you're like, you
mm-hmm.
know what? How much is that katana behind the counter? And then they were like $50. And I was like, I spent $75 to get this katana back to my home. And I did that. And I bought the katana, I shipped it, and I received it. And it was great. And now it's here. So
Is it
that's the
is it
story
a
of that.
sharpened? Is it a sharpened
No,
katana, or is it just steel? It's the steel.
$50. You guess. That's all I'm gonna say.
Because they at like if you go on base here and you go to like the Navy Exchange, which is just like the mall for military members, they have a section
A
with like all
hot
the
spot.
souvenirs, like Japanese. Yeah. And they sell like katanas like all varying sizes, but they do not sharpen
Hell yeah.
them. They're like, no, hell no.
You know.
We don't trust
Don't
any
kill
of you
anyone,
motherfuckers.
please.
Yeah, I can't believe that.
Would you run into battle with a katana or would you prefer a gun?
I gotta know who my opponent is. I'm not just gonna.
That's a good. That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who is it? Is
See,
it like
they always say-
if I have a gun, they have a gun?
Yeah. Well, they're gonna have whatever
They have
they
a
think
sword.
is
They
best.
have a sword.
No, I think they're gonna have the best thing that they have available, which might be a chainsaw, might be a gun, might be whatever.
Why
It
do
might-
I only have
I
two
was-
choices? And they're like, yeah, we'll just
I-
do whatever. We can.
At first, I was referring to like war, so like Navy in a Navy context. If you were a Navy SEAL, would you replace your M4 with a katana? Is what my question was.
I feel like I would not.
No. Okay.
A rifle
Gotcha.
or a sword. If I wanted to be like very
big sword.
pirate like, and like we're boarding ships, like we're going after drug smugglers, and I'm in
Right.
like my full uniform, but I just have a fucking sword. I feel like that'd be
Hell yeah.
badass, and people would respect me. I may not even have to use it. They're just like, oh shit, all right, stand
That's
down.
You're in the back. You're leading. You're leading from behind, and you're like, yeah, you get him, guys. You got the cool like no, but so see, this is the beauty of having a sword. So okay, think about this: a guy like a old timey guy on a horse
Yeah.
from the ye old country,
Wise man.
and he's got his
okay.
fleet behind him, and basically. So he pulls up his sword right before the battle starts, and all of his men are like,
Braveheart style.
"Yeah, rah!" You're right, and then
Yeah.
right as you bring that sword down, you're in the back. You don't got to worry about shit. Everyone's protecting
Oh.
you from everything. If you got the sword, you're not getting touched. There's no way, in that context at least. So
Wow.
maybe not Navy SEAL, but
So you're
mean,
saying, yeah, that wouldn't look as cool if I was on a horse and I had like a pistol, and I was like, "You guys are going down."
Yeah, right.
Like,
No, it
it'd
would-
be
no
much
one would
more
follow you.
dramatic. It'd be much
Yeah.
more dramatic if I had a whole sword.
Right.
I'm thinking of
if a guy like a 9mm, no.
I'm thinking of
Get outta here.
the guy from MXC who
Yep.
said, oh, "Let's get it on," and he puts the sword down, and
Yeah,
everyone
yeah.
runs, and that's what I'm imagining.
Not Guy Ledouche. Shout out Guy Ledouche.
I forget his name. I
don't-
forget that guy's name.
I forgot. Yeah, no, it's been a while. You
Yeah,
know what's
me too.
funny about MXC? It's funny. We're still in like the realm of Asia. Isn't that weird? But moving on. MXC. I tried to get my girlfriend to watch MXC, and
Don't do it.
she was not a fan. And I was like, "No, this is amazing. This is the greatest thing I've ever seen." And she's like, "No, this is actually really annoying." And I was like, "Well,
Yeah,
I liked it."
If you see one episode of MXC, you've seen every single episode of
Yeah.
MXC, I feel.
Get it
There's
on.
nothing, there's no more to
Yeah,
dive into.
they can only go "ADD" so many times. I'm wearing ladies' underwear. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
like
They
that's
have
the
all their
joke. That's
new
basically
fun
yeah.
catchphrases, different names. The different
4 trucks.
the different cliques of people. It's like, yeah, plastic surgeons versus kindergarten
Yeah.
teachers.
Yeah. Right.
It's always random
I haven't got my license.
factions
Like that
of
stuff.
society.
Yeah, absolutely. But okay, so getting to Japan, I want to hear
Yeah,
your
we'll
story.
get there
So
eventually. Yeah.
Hawaii, Hawaii was the first stop. So you're just hitting all
Yes.
the fun stuff.
Yeah.
Where give me
Yeah.
your journey.
So I joined the military. Well, my first day at boot camp was November 2015. It was Veterans Day. So I already
How fitting.
I was so motivated. I was there for a couple months. I went to Virginia to learn how to do my job. And then after Virginia, they sent me to Pearl Harbor. I worked in Pearl Harbor for 3 years. Once I finished
Were you like
that,
on your
I went back
toes,
to
or was that like, were you fine? Did you feel all right? Like, do
so
people talk about it?
what the like it was gonna happen again? What?
No, but like,
Not on my watch.
see, like those words, the words are triggering to me, and I was like, oh, you went there, and I was like, oh, that might not have been the greatest place to be, but then I was also like, yeah, but they probably got their shit together by now. I mean,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
gotta
we're all
clean
right.
up, but like, it's been a while. No disrespect. This is all jokes.
Yeah. No disrespect.
Zero disrespect.
Yeah, I was not on my toes. I was pretty relaxed. It's I had
You had a Mai
island
Tai.
style. Absolutely. I was enjoying my time.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went
The
back to
photos are
Virginia
nice.
again.
I like to say thank you for the photo that you gave to me
Oh
framed.
yeah, hell
as-
yeah.
I commented on one of your pictures. I want this framed, and then I just showed up at my house one day, and I was like, oh, you didn't even say like here you go, and like nothing. Just
Oh.
here's a package. But
Yeah.
hey, you did a Beyonce style, and I respect it. But going
What?
back to
Beyonce
Virginia,
style.
you just dropped
What is
it,
that?
and you didn't even.
Oh
Like that's when
yeah,
you just
yeah,
drop an album, and you're just like, you
yeah.
know what? Here it
Okay,
is.
I like that. Was that Lemonade?
Mm-hmm.
Is that
That's a couple, I guess. From what I've been learning in these recent podcasts.
she just didn't?
I've,
Yeah,
I've,
I would
uh,
do the same thing.
I believe she had a self-titled. My thought was Lemonade. I believe that was where I went
Yeah,
first.
or maybe that's a single,
But
or I don't know. I don't follow too
I
closely,
think,
but when you said that, it does make sense.
yeah, I'm not a. What is that? A bee? Honey bee? Beehive? I'm not in the beehive. Let's just say that. I'm observing the beehive,
Not, yeah. From afar.
and I'm like interested.
Uh,
I'm like, they got some honey in there. Whatever. Moving on.
Yeah, I went from Hawaii, and then I went back to Virginia to learn a new part of my job, and then I came out here, and this is where I'm going to be finishing off my enlistment, and I will hopefully be back in Buffalo in November of this year,
Shit.
and then I'll be
Wild.
done with the Navy. Yeah.
That's so what are your perks? What was all this for? What are you getting? Is the government paying for stuff? What's going on? I want to hear all the details.
Yeah. I mean,
the
yeah,
government pays you to just fix stuff, I'd assume. What's your job? Like what's your title?
I work with computers. It's like the least
Sick.
Navy thing possible. Yeah, exactly.
Like
this,
those commercials where they're like, it's like the quick cut editing, and they're like,
no,
work for the Navy,
no,
and it's like a big zoom,
no.
and then it's like a guy writing on a notepad, and it's like that
If
seems
you-
like it would just be writing in a notepad.
if anyone,
He's like
if
typing
a
how
person
his
in
like
high
day
school,
plan.
yeah, it's pretty much like the commercials where it's like a high tech room and someone's like really focused on a computer. Like I could act that way if I wanted to, and I would probably make it work, but I'd be lying. Like I'm not that stressed
Yeah.
out. If anyone in high school asked for my view, I'm like, well, what was your experience in the Navy? Like, do you think it'd be beneficial for me to join? I don't know if I would be able to give them proper advice because my experience in the Navy has been like super, super chill and like laid back.
Mm-hmm.
And like I went straight from boot camp to learning my job, and then I went to Hawaii working not even on a ship. I just worked in an office for 3 years. And then I came out here, and I'm kind of working on a ship now, but mainly just working in an office. Like, I'm not doing any Navy shit whatsoever. I just wear the uniform and
Cash them checks, boy.
like,
Got a
yeah,
uniform and a
exactly.
bank
And
account. That's all we got. That's all we
yeah,
need. That's all you need. Just a wallet,
so yeah,
uniform,
I
and a
would
bank account. As we've established, life is about money.
absolutely, yeah. A
Yeah.
soul, don't do anything else in life except
Yeah.
get paid.
I think you're kind of like upset that you had such great experiences, right? Like you were like, "Oh man, if I would have like traded going to Hawaii for like another zero, like that would have been just in Buffalo making zeros, or go
Uh,
to Hawaii
mm,
and Japan and be in the Navy for as many zeros as you do make." You know?
Many zeros. Dude, I'm not like balling out here. Like I'm
No, but
getting
that's what I'm saying.
paid regularly, and
So what I'm saying is, if you could trade the
oh,
life-changing travel and experience that you've had
mm,
for money and just
oh,
staying where you were, what would you make that decision? Because that's like a real good, like a question that I
yeah.
could actually ask you.
There you
So
go. Now we're getting to the real podcast part. We finally got to
yeah,
the first good question.
right. This is all
I
training.
agree.
This is boot
Yeah.
camp. This is the boot camp of podcasts.
No, please, no. We I don't know. If you gave me, you're essentially saying if I got paid 10 times the amount I did
Hmm.
or I am right now, would I stay in Buffalo? I probably would. Like that's a
Yeah.
significantly more amount of money. And I would probably be able to use the extra money to just travel on my own.
You know what?
And
That's fair.
like one of the things that it was really hard to deal with when I went to Hawaii was I was working, like that's where my job was, and I was going to work every day and putting in hours and stuff like that. And anytime I would have like, oh man, I had a rough day, and I would talk to people and they'd be like, oh, but you're living in paradise out there. It's not really a bad day. I'm like, no, I'm out here fucking
Yeah.
working. Like I can't have a bad
Yeah.
day. I can't.
It was hot.
Yeah.
I actually sweat in the office today. They didn't turn the air conditioning on. It was awful.
No, they gotta protect all the servers and the computers. They
Oh,
got the
that's
AC
fair.
on all the time. That's actually a
Ooh,
huge perk of my job is that it's always air
that's a
conditioned.
good point. Oh yeah, it's all that heat in there with the fucking
Yeah,
PCs.
exactly.
See,
Yeah, they
this
gotta
is you.
protect. Yeah.
I feel like your experience with the Navy. I know you said it's not like the most like picturesque, like what you would think of when you enlist in the military. Like this isn't necessarily what you think you're getting into. But I do
Yeah.
have a friend, my buddy Jack is in the Navy. I believe he's in
Oh, sweet.
Virginia right now. He like
Oh,
works
cool.
on helicopters. So he's like,
Oh, sick.
doing all that stuff. Shout out Jack. Shout out Mark
Yeah.
Huffman, Jack Harding. And they basically like live together down there. And yeah, he just like they go to work, get home. He's like thinking about getting like a house. And I'm like, oh, you're like
Yeah.
like this is like a job that you just go to and come home, and you don't like
Yeah.
you don't have to wear camo at all times. Like, what is when you think of the military? I mean, maybe the Navy is different, but like you see people in like camo just walking around, and you're like, oh shit, they were in the fucking shit. So I think you won a bit of a lottery, I would say, even though you may have
Yes.
guided the lottery in that direction.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think
So.
a little bit of the lottery esque thing it came in part because I joined kind of late. I joined when I was
Hmm.
23. So a majority of the people who I joined with and like got assigned jobs and shit, they're all, they just came out of high school, they're younger, a little less life experience. And
Little
that
less
in
cool.
the exact, oh yeah, without saying,
Yeah.
they, a lot of people, especially like at my
Fucking
first command,
bitches.
if there was, if there was a person who was the same rank, same amount of time in the military, and they just saw our ages, they would point to me and be like, "Oh, then you can do this. Like, I trust you more than this guy." It was kind of weird, but it made
That sounds
sense.
like that's a solid perk. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's also like
They
I guess
thought I was mature, which was hilarious. So
yeah, right.
they picked me to do the job.
And now look where we're at. We're on a podcast with this
Hmm.
big dumb idiot and this other
Fake it
big
till you
dumb
make
idiot
it.
that's in Japan.
Here we
Hell
are.
yeah. Do you think has anyone in your okay? So we can go into talking about your recent creative ventures. So
Oh, sure.
your article reading is a fascinating series. It's honestly
A series.
one of the more creative things I've ever seen on
What?
YouTube. I've
Wow.
never seen anyone do that.
Thank
So
you.
honestly, so
You know,
yeah,
like really, just
you
reading.
spice it up.
Oh, I
Just
guess
people, just like maybe like an audiobook.
there's a little bit of commentary that I throw in there. I don't know. I originally started doing it on Snapchat, and I just started reading weather.com articles because I thought it would be like the most neutral thing. I didn't want to do politics or any other stuff like that. They're like, oh, there's a snowstorm, or like, oh, there's I don't know, a hurricane, and they got
A
some
dog
weird
trapped
shit
in
on
a well,
weather.com. Yeah, yeah.
and it was
There's
raining.
one that I had. There was one that I had recorded about hurricanes, but it was mainly about hurricanes coming through and washing up treasure on the beaches in Florida.
Mm.
And there was this guy who like just looked on the beach for coins and made like millions of dollars. And I'm like, why does weather.com care about this? Like it's so loosely related to weather.
That's
But
amazing though. Because that's like I
yeah,
would click. I mean, I don't know if I would click on the article, but like if someone was telling me that in a conversation, I would be like actually engaged
yeah,
in like what? Like wait, who was he?
yeah.
What happened after that? What did he buy?
I, I I think for this article, you definitely would have clicked on it because the title worked the word booty in there because it was pirate stuff. Like that's why I clicked on it. Like they know what they're doing. They're not gonna just say, yeah, yeah, exactly.
These are professionals. You're saying. Yeah. But no, that honestly, I mean, you do it pretty raw. You just like set up your webcam and mic and this
It looks
setup pretty
exactly
much.
like this.
It
Yeah.
looks, it's literally this. Yeah, no, I just wanted to, what's the channel really quick? This isn't the end of the podcast. I just,
Oh yeah. Oh
we're
yeah. I was
here.
gonna say.
You
It's
can plug that.
just my name, Mike Mekes.
Mike Meeks. What do you want me to call you? Because you have many a name.
Uh, Mike is fine. That's fine.
Oh, it's just in the title of this is what I'm saying. Mike, just Mike.
Oh man. Yeah, that's
You
no
get to
last name.
decide
Mike
on a
M.
name. Mike M. Parentheses
Oh,
Navy guy.
oh my title and
Yeah,
stuff. Oh yeah,
yeah,
sailor,
yeah, yeah.
brother,
Sailor,
husband.
ship captain.
No, don't do that. Oh,
Okay, we could talk about this later. I don't
yeah.
know how interesting this is to everyone, but
Producer,
are you gonna leave it anonymous?
filmmaker.
Yeah, creative
We'll
entrepreneur.
we'll figure it out. I'll mull it
Yeah.
over and see what kind of name I want to throw on there.
So before we go to the break, we're gonna have a break. We're about
Sick
20
intermission.
something. So we're gonna have an intermission. We're gonna talk about how it's been so far, or talk about my merch if you want.
Oh, sick.
I'm gonna
Yes.
talk about that. So,
Yeah.
but so we are going to quickly go over the legacy of chili cheese films and who that is comprised of, and
Okay.
who really drove the boat is what I'm.
Mm.
Who was the ship captain of chili cheese films, and how was the who swabbed the deck? All that.
You want to hire
Who was your Magellan? Who was your Magellan in the chili cheese films?
Lewis and Clark? Yeah. Okay.
You were obviously
Oh
second
wait,
to
is
wheel.
this
I mean, I don't even need to ask that.
is this so? This is before we go into the break. You want me to answer this
Yeah.
question? Oh
So how
man.
much? You know what? No, you're right. We're gonna save this. That was a teaser. That was a big tease. I'm gonna tease the
I
whole
thought we
audience
were.
and make them be like,
Yeah,
he's gonna
yeah.
answer
I
that.
thought
And
we
then
were
I'm gonna
going
be
like
like, nah.
after this, we're gonna dive into this topic and
We are, but
and
yeah,
we'll sign off
my
music.
brain works. My brain works half the time, so we're working with what we got. All right,
You work
so
left
you're
brain
gonna take
or
us to
right
the
brain,
break.
not both.
It's a battle. It's like that Bo Burnham thing that you've seen. Have you seen that? Yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah,
it's like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's
I like
exactly
that.
like that. One of them's gay. It's crazy. But I'm gonna have you take us to the break because
Yes.
I have my guests do a little voice, a little something. So I
Oh,
want you to do it like you're a radio DJ, and it's like
oh yeah.
in the morning, like a morning, because you're
It
doing
is.
this in the
It is in the
morning. I'm
morning.
doing
Yeah.
this,
Yeah.
So you got to be like this is your hot 97, I guess,
Yeah.
intro
And this is
or
so
break
just so I'm
thing.
clear, we're taking a break, but in the video, this is just going to be 20 minutes of a black screen while like so
Just
the
about.
audience gets the break too. Yeah.
Yeah, so they can.
Okay.
I'll have elevator music going so that they can just know when it comes back. But
Okay. Yeah.
I might add,
Ladies and gentlemen, we've had a fantastic time here this morning, but after this, we're going to dive into the legacy of Chili Cheese Films. So stick by the radio.
you got to do that.
Oh, is that the circle
Yeah.
for the Looney
Yeah,
Tunes?
it's no. That's the sound effect board that they have at the radio station. They're like, ha ha ha
Oh,
ha.
yeah,
Mwah, mwah,
yeah.
mwah. They got to do stuff like that. All right, we'll be right
They have
back.
only 1930s sound.
Yeah. Ha ha.
There's car ones.
All right, ad. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the ad break. This is the part of the show where I plug my merch that I have on my Redbubble shop. If you want a shirt, if you want a hoodie, a jacket, maybe not a jacket, I don't think there's jackets on there actually, sweatshirt, mug, travel mug, coasters, there's a bunch of stuff. Feel free to check out the designs. They're in the description and scrolling on the screen. But we have our guest here does have something to say. So let's get to what Mike thinks. What's going on? How do you feel about it?
I saw the yellow. Oh shit! What is this from? God damn it! You're gonna be pissed that I don't know. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah.
The guy driving in the yellow car.
The uncopyright character
Shit.
that is driving in the uncopyright movie.
Oh yeah, the nondescript white male in a car.
Yep, you got it. Yeah, that's a good one. I'm a big fan of that one.
I think that's a cool shirt. I was actually looking for the Redbubble link and I didn't see it. Is it in your personal profile?
Yeah, it's in the description of this video, and it should be in the description or on. If you go to minkblot.com, that might be just easier to send people there. So www.minkblot.com. We got a shop. We got all the podcasts around there, all the everything. But yeah, so if you check that out, go to the shop. Maybe pick up your undescript, unmovie, whatever thing that we were talking about.
I don't know who that guy is. He looks cool.
Yeah, he's cruising. That's for sure. His name's definitely not in the title of that product. His name's for sure not. But yeah. So if you're cold, buy something that I had made because it's good. Okay, that's about it. Anything else?
No. That's all I had. I'm glad I know where to get it now.
Yeah. Okay.
I was in the dark.
And you too can know where to get it if you listen this far. So thanks. And go buy stuff, please. Anyways, we had teased something up, right? What was that we teed up before the break?
The legacy of Chili Cheese Films.
It's honestly one of my earliest memories. I would say in the land of film. I'm being real that those were like, they're fucking good. They're like good at this. And then I was like, let me get a camera and like get some good shots, but also not say anything in the movies because I'm not that funny yet. Because you guys were really funny, and I was just like could compose something.
That is super flattering that we were an inspiration to a filmmaker such as yourself.
I will say that.
I think we were like I watched the Smosh videos like way long ago. I want to say like 2007, 2008. I don't know when they were doing
The
that.
beginnings
Like I
of
was just
YouTube.
getting into
Yeah.
high school.
Like Red Link.
Yeah.
All that.
And
Yeah. You know,
Red
Red
Link. I don't
Link.
know who that is.
Well, the one's got
Oh,
like a
Rhett and like yes.
Rhett.
Yeah.
Old
Yeah.
school.
Oh yeah, dude. But I watched their videos and I was like, oh man, that'd be super fun. I got a little, I don't even think it was like a little camcorder for I think my birthday or something. And I just started filming stuff. I first started doing like little was it stop motion? Like I had action
Yeah.
figures and I would
That's
move
where you
their
got to do
arms,
it.
and that was super fascinating. For Chili Cheese Films, I think maybe the origin of it was actually a film called Lincoln Logs Corral. And it was a story that me and Dan Brady
Shout out
kind
Dan
of
Brady.
just went, shout out, one of the OGs.
Oh,
We,
one of the most OGs. He swabbed the deck.
in my living room, I'd say, I don't think anyone in Chili Cheese Films swapped the deck. I would say we were all like officers and we all had our attributes that we brought to the ship, made it sail to how successful we became. We were international. I'm sure there's someone in Canada watching because that's all you need. That's all you need to be international. One other country.
I want to win an award.
World
I'm an
Series,
award-winning filmmaker. I did it. I win. Fuck you guys.
We had we had all these little Lincoln log buildings. It was a story of a sleepy Western town where, you know, people just did their daily tasks and shit like that. And then a Dodge Viper, remote control Dodge Viper would come and crash into the buildings and wreak havoc on the town. And
as they do. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, sometimes it happens.
It's just enough to
no
know
one
good.
in a Dodge Viper can be trusted, especially it was a red one too, so his
that's even worse.
Fit the script, fit the profile.
You know, the worst would be a white Dodge Viper with 2 blue stripes down the middle. You can't trust that motherfucker. You cannot. Is
that from a movie? I feel like
I believe
car
it's
is in a
Fast and
movie.
Furious, but I could be wrong.
Yes, I owned that
car. I owned that as a tiny, Hot Wheels. So that's just what I'm drawing that from. It's me. I'm the one. That's me. Can't trust me.
Oh my god! Technically, you were an owner of a white Dodge Viper, and
with the 2 blue stripes down the middle.
This whole time, this one was all red with 2 white stripes down the middle.
See, that's the evil twin. That's the difference. There's a good one and the bad one.
Yeah, yes. Oh, the white. Wait, I thought they were both bad. I thought they were both bad cars.
Well, no. So if you look at it in a color science filmmaking sense, like if you put white and blue and like green on someone, they're technically more trustworthy than if you put red and black, all of that, which is kind of racist, but that's just how our brains work. So I'm upset that that's how that works. Like the dark things are like scary is in like life, like not even black people, like just overall, like a dark corner. That's just scary. That shit is terrifying.
I don't think. Yeah, that's not. I don't think that's race or anything to deal with that. That's just like, oh yeah, are you afraid of the dark? Yes.
Well, right.
Are you more comfortable in sunlight when you can observe your surroundings? Yes.
I'm just saying stupid people will be like light good, dark bad. And they'll just leave it at that. And then that's how racism is formed.
What the fuck?
And the color science in film would be like the reason, because your brain naturally, when they see a color, is just, if you don't have like compassion and empathy, it's just gonna like, that's bad. You know what I mean? That's where I'm coming from. Again, all the respect to everyone.
Just as a disclaimer, I respect all people. In this movie that we made, the windows on the car were very tinted, so you couldn't see the race of the person who was driving. So it was just very much you hated the car, and that's it. You were
Right.
pissed off at
Yeah.
the make and model and nothing else. He was the villain.
Good.
That was the first. I uploaded that fucking movie to MySpace, and I can't watch it anymore, and I have no idea where it is. Like, I can go to the page and it says Lincoln Logs Corral on the screen, and it just does not load because I think MySpace is only like at half capacity right now. It doesn't really run.
No, I don't think the
But
servers
that
are
was
like active,
that was the
you know, just to say the least. Justin Timberlake bought MySpace. How's that working out? No one really likes Justin Timberlake
What?
anymore. So it's I'm
why
pretty
would
sure
you
he
do
did.
that? Why would you do that?
Okay, so if Justin Timberlake was in the social network, the next logical step is that he buys MySpace.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
that's all I'm saying. Like, he's like, oh, I got the
It's like
inside scoop. I
residual.
read that script. I know how to make it work. And then he just didn't. And he got into
He
scandals
just
with
never
Britney Spears,
got
I
out
guess.
of character.
He was the Napster guy. That's what it was. But
Yeah, he was Sean Parker. Mm-hmm. Drop the on
$1
Facebook.
million.
I like that movie.
Do you know what's better than $1 million? $1 billion. Classic.
I thought it was $2 million.
$1 million and 6 cents. That's about it.
Yo, that'd be pretty dope. $1 million plus tax.
They give you a briefcase of $1 million, and then they also reach into their pocket and hand you a bunch of change.
And just throw it at you.
Yeah, make it rain or
Man.
make it hail. That's what it is. Make it hail. I don't know who came up with that joke,
Nichols.
but yeah.
That was a Daniel Tosh bit, wasn't it?
Oh, it was. Yep, it was. Yeah. Shout
I
out
think
Daniel
so.
Tosh, wherever you are. Doing Tosh.0 again.
Our close personal friends.
Soon enough. But so jumping ahead, Dan Brady, there's Mike, there's a couple Mikes that are involved. I've heard. You have a few friends named Mike. I mean, you and
Is Mike Brodzik.
he's the man.
He was the other OG. I think the first like chili cheese film, the first Philly cheesesteak films. Maybe we gotta do it.
That's the those were
alternate
your
one.
arch rivals.
We made a video. I remember this being our first one, and it was called "How to Be a Baller."
I remember.
And it was just us. It was pretty much us just being ourselves, and then everything was wrong. And it was like, if you don't do this, then you'll probably. I think I remember doing that, where like we were really bad at basketball, like we had bad fashion sense, and we didn't drive. We couldn't drive any cars. Yeah, we were like those were the three. There was the 3 strike. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I think I want to say I was like 15.
That's wild.
Yeah.
How long have we known each other?
That's it.
I mean, I've known you through my brother, who is Tyler Minkowitz, who is he worked at local grocery store, and that grocery store had several employees that were cool, and continue to be cool, but maybe they don't work at the grocery store, so who knows? But I think that it was I think that was it.
I think I knew Tyler through Dan before I worked at Wegmans, just because I knew Dan before I worked at Wegmans. So I worked at the rival Tops Markets for the first 2 years of my employment career, and then I jumped ship to stay on theme to Wegmans. And
this is a nautical themed podcast.
Yeah, I enjoyed Wegmans a lot better.
Right. So going from that,
I wasn't
where did you enter my life? Because this is my podcast, and I'm somewhat self-centered.
Oh, true. Sorry, I'm
so
talking so much about myself.
No, this is for you, but also, I mean, they don't want to hear me. They hear me every week. If they keep listening to this, they're probably sick of it. But how did I show up into your life? Give me gigs. I don't remember. I was young. I was a very small boy.
It was never you just being like thrust onto the scene. It was always these little interactions, or maybe like on social media or stuff like that.
I I remember I bugged you because you made beats a lot, and I was like, "This is cool."
Oh hell
Whoa,
yeah! Oh yeah!
that
I
was
was
fun.
this is a I was,
You
man.
got many talents,
I
man.
really should have focused. Really should have focused on my rap career, but
Absolutely.
all fell to the wayside.
I will say I did talk to Justin Shirk today. Shout out Justin. That I told him that
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
gonna make you
Justin.
rap, and I don't know if you wanna,
No,
you know.
I do not want to.
Okay, that's fine. We don't have to.
Oh man.
It's just a musicals themed podcast, which is fine. And you're killing a bit of the vibe, but it's cool. Don't
Mm.
worry. Don't worry. It's cool. It's fine. We can keep talking.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry to everyone out there.
No,
Man,
but Justin said hi, so there you go.
I say
If you
hello to
want that.
Justin.
Okay.
I've been keeping in contact with Justin by sending him reviews of different kinds of chips that I find here at the local 7-Eleven. They have a
Hell yeah.
pretty fastly rotating variety of chips here in Japan. Everything is seasonal. Buy it while you
Absolutely.
can because it's going to disappear in like 2 weeks. It pisses me off to no end, but I keep
You gotta
trying to stay ahead of
bulk.
the
You gotta buy
curve.
bulk.
You seriously do. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was an ice cream bar that I got. I actually have one in my freezer that I've saved because I know I'm never going to see it again.
The forbidden ice cream
It's
bar.
yeah, I think they released it for Valentine's Day because it's pink and it's like strawberry chocolate. And
Is this last
when
year
I
you
first
got
got
this?
here, so last year I bought a bunch of them when I first saw them, and I was like, wow, these are so good. And then they just disappeared, and I was like, what the fuck? And then like almost to the day in January this year, they came back, and I was like, all right, not again. And I bought a bunch of them. I bought a bunch of them. I bought two almost every
Yeah.
day that I came home from work. And I was like, I'll probably eat one and save one and I'll stockpile a bunch of them. And by the time it came around where they disappeared, I had one left. I never saved any of them. I just ate two every
Ooh.
day.
And isn't that a tale as old as time? That's just a problem that many people face every day. That they just buy so
That's
many
the
ice cream
what's
bars, and then they just keep eating them. Everyone loves ice
it's
cream bars so much that you can't stop.
it's
And they're
the
like Pringles. They're like
it's the
Pringles, really.
fucking store. It's the story about the squirrel. There's one squirrel who like just keeps eating nuts all summer, and then there's one that's like stashing them away for winter, and then the squirrel dies in the winter that wasn't stashing them away. Yeah, you've never heard that?
I know. I definitely. I put the pieces together when you started the story, and I was like, I fully
Yeah.
get this. Yeah. But no, I
There's
other
there's
than you know.
probably there's probably a better way to tell that story.
No, I get it. The
But
thing is I
the
enjoy your
gist.
interpretation because it's about
Mm,
you. You know, this life, this life's
mm,
you only got yourself, and I think
yes.
every day you got to put
Damn.
effort towards living your dreams. Unless there's money involved, then you should probably go towards that.
Ooh,
But
yeah.
chili cheese films. Okay, so round out give me the
Yeah.
climax and the falling action, if you would.
What? Oh man. What like our most successful video was? That was
Yeah,
that the
where's your
is that the
peak? Because
climax?
I do want to also talk about Vine. So we'll get through this,
Oh
and then
my god. Yeah.
we'll go through some
Yeah.
Vine
Oh shit.
because I have questions there too. This is a podcast I've been waiting for.
Yeah. Our shit. I want to say that our most successful video was. It's kind of funny because our first video was how not to be a baller, and then our most successful video, I think it got a couple thousand views, was how to be a jerk. And looking back on it, we were just a complete dickhead to Mike Brodzik character the entire time, and uh, and
Are you
he
regretting
was the
this?
subject of much torment.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think, like he would try and tell us like facts from like the dictionary or something like that, or a fun word,
I
and we would like
remember this.
smack the
Yeah.
book out of his hand.
Yep.
It was a lot of smacking things out of his hand. He wanted to watch a movie, we'd smack it out of his hand.
And like push him back, just like push
the
him a little bit.
the
Just
the formula was very, what was the word? Stupid.
repetitive, a bit
It
repetitive.
worked. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was very repetitive, but we had a great time. I remember him
It's the
building
charm.
Jenga blocks. The charm.
Is you guys have a charm to you.
You can
That's
tell
really
that they
what
really
it is.
love each other.
It's just
they
such an
poke fun, but
atmosphere.
oh man. Yeah, I don't know
Absolutely.
why that was a
So
good. I
that
know
was like,
there was another
you
one
guys
that was
hit the ceiling
decently
there.
popular. There was another one that was decently popular that me and Dan made called Two Guys, One Cup. And that was very topical at the time because Two Girls, One Cup just came out. So I think that was just residual people searching for that kind of video. Which,
And just getting two goons.
but we pretty much, it was like, oh, what do you want to do today? I don't know. What do you want to do today? It's like, oh, I found this cup. And I'm like, look at all this fun stuff you could do with this cup. And like you
I
can put
remember
stuff
that,
in
yep.
it. Like it
Yep.
can hold. And then at the end of the episode, it was like, it could even hold water. And then there was water leaking out of it. And we're like, oh, maybe it can't.
That's
That was,
writing. That's a screenplay right
yeah,
there.
that was the biggest twist this
Okay, the
world
next
has ever
thing,
seen.
if you can find any of those videos and like, I want you to transcribe the screenplay for one of your chili cheese films,
Ooh.
and that's the next thing I want. If you're gonna give me a framed thing, put this much effort into that. Or a vine. You can
this
do a
is
vine.
so weird.
A screenplay of a vine. That's what I want. Because that'll be, you could do it
That'd
quick.
probably be
your
easier.
favorite one. Yeah, you know.
Yeah. We could probably do that today. We could work that out. But
You-
when you first asked me to be on this and you threw in like, yeah, we got to discuss chili cheese films. I'm like, oh shit. Because every once in a while I'll go back and watch them on YouTube and just laugh. And when you sent me that message, I went onto YouTube and searched chili cheese films and it's not there.
Yep.
The
I did
account
the same
is not
thing.
there.
Yep.
And I don't know what happened. I don't know if maybe there was music we put in one of the videos and they're like, that's it. These guys have gone far enough with their 10 views every month. And like, we're losing money on copyright. Like, I don't know what we did.
You normally just mute the audio.
When I come home. Yeah. And they just leave. Yeah. I don't know. When I come home, I got to look on my hard drive and see if I have any of the old videos and re-upload them or do something to,
you know, because it's honestly like it's a time you'll never get back, and I think that's the biggest thing for me. Because for me, I deleted a bunch of videos from middle school because at the time I was like, these are garbage, and I was like, granted, they probably were. A lot of them were garbage, but
I thought about all the chili cheese ones.
100%, it's garbage you want to like relive and be like, wasn't that? Remember youth? You know, do you remember
exactly.
not being afraid to die? Wouldn't that be great?
I had so much, I guess I had such an invincibility complex when I was 15. I just,
Oh, for sure.
I will never die.
Just, it's your first time doing any substance and you're like, oh, I can do anything. Yeah. And then you're like, you know what? Off to the races.
Maybe
And then you hit 22
I'm
and you're like,
God.
my back
You know
hurts.
what? Oh, I'm starting to get into that shit now because of all this COVID. I've been staying inside a lot more, and I filled up water bottles, like pretty decent sized water bottles, and I was exercising with them, and I gave myself tennis elbow on my left arm, and like
Didn't even play tennis.
it still like hurts. I don't even play tennis. I was just digging around, thinking I was improving my health, and I'd injured
recommend
myself.
push-ups. I'd recommend a sit-up. You know, just don't leave the water bottles in the fridge. You know what I mean?
I shot for the moon and I just blew up on liftoff. It is so bad. And then I couldn't do other exercises because my arm hurt so bad. So it was more detrimental than anything.
It's
bad.
Again, a tale as old as time. That's everyone.
Yeah.
I think humanity has all experienced that. Literally from day one. That has been all humans. Just fuck something up. And then they're like, well, because I got to sit down. Like, I'm good for a bit. But, okay. So, quick, did it go out with a fizzle, chili cheese film? Or did it, like, burn up in the atmosphere? Is that where we're at right now?
Yeah.
And you guys just, like, left?
We just.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what the last video was that we made. We were stagnant on it for a while. And then all three of us, Dan, Mike, and we went on a skiing trip to Colorado when I think this was like my freshman year in college. And I had a GoPro. Actually, I think I had my actual fucking camcorder still, and I would just videotape it as we were snowboarding. And we uploaded that to Chili Cheese Films. So maybe, I wonder what kind of music I put on there. That was probably what got it. I don't know.
Oh,
But
we
that
might
was
have
the
found
last one that we
the
did.
crux.
But
By the
yeah,
way,
I think
define
we all
crux.
just started crux.
What is that? Like the crux of the
the
issue?
the main point.
But do you think anyone's going to say that word not in that spot in that sentence? Like just give me the crux. Like if someone said that to you, would you be like, "What the fuck are you even
it
saying?"
needs more context.
Yeah. Just, passing
What's the
thought.
crux of the film, or
Right.
the crux of the short?
Give me the crux.
Excuse me. Doesn't
I
work.
just
It
wanna-
doesn't work like that. Where's the beef? That's essentially what you're just yelling. Where's the green filling?
Well, okay, so the end of Chili Cheese Films, as sad as it is, it did birth a bit of a new, avenue for you, I would say, when videos were as easily accessible to make as just put your phone in your face and be dumb. You kind of took that and ran with it. So I think how was your experience?
Easy.
What happened? What happened there? I think people would be interested and might be watching this because of that. So, some of them might be.
That's true. So,
all I'm saying.
So shit, when did Vine come out?
2016, 2015. No, 2013. It was.
What?
No, so 2016 is my senior year, and that's when it was at its peak. And that's when.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I would say 2014, 2013 is probably the beginning.
So when actually, if you scroll all the way down
on you see that video?
The what? What?
The beginning, in the beginning. He says he can't say beginning, so he just keeps saying it. Is he in the beginning?
In the beginning. In the beginning.
I've never seen that.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
I'll send it to you.
In the beginning of my Vine career, I downloaded it when it first came out, and I was dicking around on it. My first two videos, I think, are me calling Dan Brady a bitch as he was laying on the couch. It's just a 6-second video of him laying on the couch, and at the very end, I call him a bitch.
Bitch.
And
Classic.
then another is me yelling at your brother laying at the other couch.
Yep.
Those are my first two groundbreaking Vine videos.
Insane. And away we went.
And I left it alone for a while. I think I actually deleted the app and then came back to it I don't know, like 4 or 5 months later. And over the summer I was posting videos and just being stupid, putting endless amount of hashtags on all my posts, like, hey, maybe people will see this and do some stuff.
You had that
I'm
drive.
trying to think of the first. Yeah. There was a video of me being a hip dad.
Janine, honey. Janine, the bus leaves in 5 minutes and your eyebrows aren't even on fleek. The fuck?
Yeah.
It was really just me trying to be topical at the time. And someone revined that, and then everyone looked at all the other the dumbass shit that I've been posting, and it started to gain traction. And I was like, oh shit! And then once I got a decent amount of followers, I started. I wouldn't say getting serious about it, but I put a little bit more effort into the jokes and things like that.
I will say there's two that I always think of. Three. There's three that I want to bring up that I just need to commend you on burning this into my brain. Is so the first one is the game show.
And we're back on Newlyweds. Tina, describe your love life with the use of a restaurant. 5 guys. Oh shit!
Always on rotation. There's that one, and then there was when you get to heaven.
Okay, and oh no, Something wrong? Where's your ALS Ice Bucket Challenge video?
That's, oh my God. That was that time? Come on. That's the shit. And then the other one where you like knocked on the door and you're like talking to your roommate.
Yeah, I was out drinking last night and I lost something. I got to get the word out. How about some flyers? That'll work.
Amazing.
Oh,
Comedic, like literally, I wish I could write things that well. And I'm like halfway jealous and upset that you are that. Like, just fucking, that's good. There's shit there.
I appreciate that. That's very flattering that you come back to those and still remember that. Fuck, what's the no, wait. What was the middle one? What was the middle one you said? Not the game
The middle
show
one was the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge, where you like
that one,
and it's like the white light. Yeah.
I was sitting in my mom's car and I think she was at like a doctor's appointment or something like that. Or she was at the post office or some shit. And I was like, yeah, I'll just make a stupid Vine. And for some reason because like the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge was like a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I normally didn't like doing like jumping on like topical shit and just be like, oh, this is like the flavor of the week that people are talking about. But for some reason, people like that one. In the same day, I think within the same span of like 30 minutes, I posted a different one that I thought was so much better. And it was the Dinder Vine. And it was like, yeah, I just met this girl off Dinder last night. Dinder, and they're like, yeah, local leftovers in your area.
Oh,
and it's
right.
meatloaf. And the guy's like, oh, that's what my mom made last night. And he's like, yeah, she did.
Met up with this girl from Dinder last night. Dinder? Local leftovers in your area? It's a meatloaf. That's what my mom made last night. Yeah, she did.
That's it. Yeah.
And I thought like the one thing that I hated the most about Vine was like I would post something that I thought was hilarious, and then it would do okay, and then I would post something like the ALS Ice Bucket or some other shit, and it would explode. And like, well, why? I hated that. I hated that video.
I just remember that like in terms of like burning things into my brain that was like so like perfect at the time, and then like so early in this pandemic I did have a moment of realization that I can just look up every Vine that you've done on this compilation video that basically it goes through every video that you've ever made from beginning to end, and even likes and everything.
Wow.
And it's like 15 minutes and someone uploaded it. It's got a bunch of views. But that video
it has my liked videos on there.
Some of them. And I was getting to it. So I was in that compilation, one of my Vines where I was in the bathroom.
No shit.
Yeah, and that was
yeah.
I'm sick and tired of your shit. How dare you? He didn't mean that. He was just mad. Classic. You got to do poop jokes. So,
my God.
That was my literal only Vine that ever did well or decent, and I think it's because you liked it, to be fair. So, that's my experience. I tried. There was a time I had there was one where it was I was like, if they're called the Mumford & Sons, shouldn't one of them be like a lot older than like all the other? And then it just cut. And then that, yeah. I thought that was great, but no one likes that one, I guess.
Yeah.
So whatever.
Like I said, it's so weird which ones do well and like take off. One of my favorite things to do once. Oh, I don't have a TikTok account. I never re-downloaded it.
You should. It's not. I mean, it's kind of cool, but it's also like you're gonna waste a lot of your time. So.
I don't know if I need that shit. I waste enough time as it is.
Exactly.
The one thing that I loved about getting a decent amount of followers on Vine was the power to find something that I liked that I didn't think, like, it was from a person with like a low amount of followers, and then putting that on my page and kind of giving it a signal boost. One of the most successful ones that I remember was, have you ever seen the Vine where it's the girl eating Sabra hummus? It's like Sabra gives you all your daily vitamins and nutrients, including, oh my God, cholesterol.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that one?
Yeah, I get
That
it.
was that's my
Oh
friend
my
April
God.
Johnson.
That's
And I
amazing.
revined that onto my profile, and I think like Cole Hirsch or was it Sidelko, Amy Sidelko?
Oh,
I don't
she's
know, but
great.
like
I know who you're talking about.
got it.
Yeah.
Other people got it from my account, and it got like, I don't know, like millions of views. And that was probably the funnest like time that I had on there. That was like, oh, I could be that first domino to knock over, and then it becomes something way
See,
bigger. That was fun.
and that's why I'm like, that's why I wanted to talk about this, because you're very like, I would say you're inspirational to me specifically,
Whoa.
just from that, chili cheese films to Vine to like, I was like right behind you age wise, and I was also like generationally, and I was also like trying to get into that field as well. So I was like, how do I fucking do it? This guy, he knows what he's doing. He's just fucking, he can make beats. He could do all this. And then I just had to like, make something happen. Excuse the dogs, by the way, if you hear dogs.
No, that's all right. I like it.
That's a little realness.
Yeah, thank you so much for saying that. That's, I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thinking that
I
I'm
don't mean
some
to get too
influential
real.
guy. But no, I'm super flattered. Thank you. I'll continue to try and be the best that I can be.
Just keep posting really artsy, nice pictures on Instagram. I think that is a good lane that you have found. I think, aren't you private? Dude, come on. You have so much to offer the world that they will never see. If you want,
Yeah, well,
I'm
they
just
can,
saying
they can
people
request,
will like it.
They can request to follow me.
Okay, that's true. I'll ask for what you want linked and whatnot in the end. But is there anything I did want to quickly go through. I have a few segments that we can just burn through because we're at like 37. I don't know how much time we got left. So Pulp Fiction, give me your story, first time you watched it, how you feel about it now, and a rating. I want to hear those three things. Because along with you, Pulp Fiction is very influential in my life. So, got to give it some respect.
So, when I was working in Hawaii, a lot of times people would talk about movies at work, and they'd be talking about all this stuff, and then they would notice that I hadn't said anything, and they would all look at me and they'd be like, "Have you ever seen this movie?" And I would say, "No," and they'd be like, "You need to watch it." So, Pulp Fiction, I feel like, was one of those movies that I recently just watched, like within the last 5 years. I liked it. I liked that it was different, like, stories all blending into one, because there's like Bruce Willis in there, John Travolta, Samuel L. Jackson, like all doing their own thing, and they all intertwine.
They're separate but in the same world, so it's like they interact at some point.
That's what it is. Yes,
they're all in the same city at the same time, so it they run into each other.
I really like that.
But do you have a rating?
Like 8.
Okay.
Is that too high? I don't know.
That seems like that's where it normally is. For me, it's like a 9.5, just because I'm me. So I just like to ask everyone, because that's like Pulp Fiction, Dark Knight, Napoleon Dynamite. I have those posters literally in front of me that you cannot see. But those are my pillars of like film, of what cinema is. It's the Dark Knight, Pulp Fiction, and Napoleon Dynamite in that order. You gotta, I mean, you can also put Pulp Fiction at 1. They're interchangeable. But for me, personally,
and it wasn't anything that I was like, I don't know. I hate to be an asshole and be like, I wasn't like blown away. I've seen better. But if you ask me like, what would you rank higher than that? I don't know.
The Social Network.
I feel like
We've gone over that.
A lot of the movies that I watched, I would drink when I watched them, and I would have a great time, and then I would forget them because I drank when I watched them. So I feel like that was a bad process, and like the memories of the movies are fuzzy sometimes.
I do remember you had some Vine. I don't know if it was Vine or Twitter or what, but I remember you had a book that I was really kind of jealous of, to be honest. That you had like a book of like just a bunch of movies that you've never seen that you would like cross off and like
Yeah.
go over. That was cool. I
Yeah.
really like that.
That was on Snapchat. That was
Snapchat.
me. Like, all right, let's watch this movie, and then I would just get drunk and give a review of it or like a recap of what I thought of it. Shit, I think I have that picture on my phone, maybe. But yeah, that would most of those were movies that people were talking about at work, and then they would make fun of me because I'd never seen them. I'm like, shit, I need to, I need to get correct.
That's funny. Well, that's the Pulp Fiction segment of the show.
Okay.
The recently introduced Pulp Fiction segment. You're one of the first.
Oh,
but,
sweet.
You know, the show grows, we change, we adapt.
Yeah.
So we have 2 more segments. So in my opinion, I know you are a man of the military at the moment, so I don't know how you might feel about this, but I think that all cops are scary, just inherently by being police. I don't think all cops are bad. I think, but with the power that they wield, they cannot not be scary. So what is your craziest cop moment, if you would like to divulge? I don't. You obviously don't incriminate yourself. This is a comedy podcast, so nothing is for real. We're all making this whole thing up. None of that
all
stuff
this
even happened.
I'm not even. My first name is Richard. If we're being honest.
All right, Dick, let's hear it.
My craziest cop moment. I've been pulled over. I've been pulled over for like some of the dumbest shit, like going like 8 miles an hour over the speed limit, or like making a right on red when I wasn't supposed to, like really dumb shit. So I guess I don't know if I would say all cops are scary, but like they upset me. I'm never in like a good mood when I see one.
Right.
Or like I never feel protected. I feel scared. I was like, oh God.
Do you know what I mean? That's like if anyone has the power to literally put me in a cage for the rest of my life, or at least for an extended period of time, I'm just gonna be on my toes. I'm on my toes around them. Maybe not at Pearl Harbor, but definitely around a police officer. Definitely. Pearl Harbor seems cool.
So
now.
the part that you put, it's real. I loved it. The part that you put about in the military. So is that like, do people judge you for your uniform? Like, because some people just don't like military people. They're like,
that, and also guy. I know the military. I might if I ask a judge this question, it might be a weird thing to bring up. Like, and he's like, "Oh, Jim, that the guy I know and talk to," and like, that I don't want to be like, I don't want to make anyone like. I'm not trying to be like cops are the worst, because they do help, and generally like there are moments when police improve things and there are moments when police don't improve things, and I'm just trying to focus on when do they not improve things, because that's more interesting to me. So devoid of any what if that says about me and how I think about things. It's just fun, and that's I know it could be taken as like, what do you think, cops suck? And I'm like, I don't know. They're not 100%. That's my thing.
No, not far from it. Nobody's perfect. But yeah, I've never had like a positive experience with a police officer.
And isn't that saying
if that's
something?
what your question is? Yeah,
but we'll move on.
The limited interactions I have had.
So when cops show up, things are bad.
Thanks.
Like a correlation. There's a correlation of bad things happening and police being there.
Based on my sample size, yes.
Yeah.
Those are indisputable facts.
See, I'm just trying to build a collection of people that feel how I feel, and I'm like, all right, I'm not insane. So cool. So moving on from that, we're gonna end it with 3 impressions. 3 different impressions.
Oh my gosh.
That you are gonna have to do on the spot right now. So you can pick the category. No. I think I'll give this to you. You can do a cartoon. You could do an actor. You could do a influential person. You can pick. Give me your category.
I don't know if I could do this. I'm trying to think of any impression. If it's bad, it's good. Do.
This is a comedy podcast. If it's bad, it's good.
Oh,
so that's where I'm coming at.
I'm trying to think of like mine would be bad. They'd be like Peter Griffin. Like,
so okay.
Wowers.
Oh, there you go.
Diarrhea. Peter, I'm holding iced tea.
That's great. I love it. Can you do Can you do Dexter from Dexter's Lab?
DD. What they're doing. I feel like I'm screaming.
No, it's good.
The omelette du fromage.
It's fantastic. Okay, so we'll give one more to round it out. So you got Peter, you got Dexter. Those hills have been climbed and accomplished. And then we're gonna give you. Okay, so you got to do the Joker from The Dark Knight. That's your last one.
Oh.
You got this.
You want to know how I got these scars? I feel like he has a list, doesn't he?
The Joker with a speech impediment. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen.
You want to know how I got these scars?
My father was a drinker. I can't take you seriously, man.
Why am I thinking of that as his voice? I feel like, yeah, there's definitely something there. There's some sort of static. He's
definitely not even keel. Like the opposite of that. He's the opposite of calm, which would be
even
static.
keeled.
Yeah.
I thought you said pee and keel. I was like, what? Why are you tying this in? He's no Key and Peele, but you know,
well, I was gonna say, dude, Keegan-Michael Key would do a great Batman, and then Jordan Peele would be Joker, and that would be a great like Black Batman. Come on, how has that not been made? Black Man.
What they did?
Wouldn't it just be Black Man?
Spider-Man.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they're incrementally getting to all the superheroes.
That's a great. I loved Spider-Man into this.
Fantastic!
Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, one of the best animated movies the last couple of years.
Yeah,
for sure. I saw that in theaters, dude. The best part about that movie is Kingpin. When Kingpin would enter the entire frame and just his head is in the middle. And when I was in theaters, I was like, what the fuck am I watching? This is incredible. This is a creative decision and I love it. But that's the shit, dude. I love that movie.
Yeah, that was...
Chris Pine. Shout out Chris Pine.
I would rate that higher than... I already forgot Pulp Fiction. I would rate that higher than, in my honest opinion. I had a lot more fun watching that movie.
Yeah, that's completely fair. I was gonna say, if I were to sit down and watch either of those in like an afternoon, I'm picking Into the Spider-Verse. But if it's like 8 p.m. and I got like I don't know, I'm hyped and I like made like chili cheese dogs or something, and then
shout out.
If I sat down to watch a couple of your vines. Anyways.
Just a couple. You have a spare 12 seconds.
No, but I'd watch
really
him
dedicate your afternoon.
I'll watch him 4 times to make it a minute. Yeah. I'll spend a minute of my time on 2 vines of yours. And we'll take the Ice Bucket Challenge one out since you're not as proud of that one. So I'll make it easy on you. Yeah, but that's I think that's about it. I think this is still recording. I don't know how much longer, but I think that definitely you're recording and I can see myself on the screen, so everything seems fine. So give me give you your plugs. What do you want to promote? This is your time to direct people to anything. I know you said you like to do that with your power, your Vine power.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah, go watch me read the news or read weather reports. Mike Mekes on YouTube. I think I have like 42 followers, so it's very intimate. I'll take requests. We can talk.
Leave a comment.
Yeah. It's very chill there. Feel free to follow or request to follow my private Instagram. Holler.
Only the cool
scenic
ones.
things. Heavily edited photos. I always
Fantastic.
do filters.
You put like 7
Yeah.
filters on there. Or
Oh,
just
at
a really
least.
strong
I don't
filter.
do I don't do the single filters. I click the edit button and I go into all the exposure and sharpness and contrast, man. Highlighting different colors.
You're really getting into it. Someone's got to fill
whole
that creative
process.
void. I know.
Yeah.
I get it. It's news and photos. That's what I
Yes.
see right now.
Yeah.
News, photos, and Navy.
That's it.
That's the 3 pillars of Mike Mekes, the life of Mike Mekes.
That's it, yeah.
And the cash,
everything you need to
money,
know.
baby, fucking
They
dollar
give-
bills,
No,
y'all.
At
Cash,
the top.
cash
Always.
does rule everything
Over
around me.
everything.
It does. Cream, get the money, dollar
Oh.
bills, y'all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, all of it, all the cream.
Yes.
That's about it. I think we've successfully done a podcast. Do you have
think we
do you have
did.
any questions for me? What, like the final, anything you want to get off your chest?
Oh my god. I needed like the syllabus to this podcast. I needed to get ready and like have questions prepared.
No, we'll have you on again.
Shoot.
That's cool.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, what just happened?
Jesus
Okay.
Christ. Zoom podcasts are great.
Damn, that was great timing.
Yeah. Well, that's, we timed it in the first half, timed in the second half. I'm all about professionalism. But
Right.
okay, I think that's about it. I will I thank you for coming on. Thank you for waking up in the morning.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. Yeah. It was fantastic time. A lot of laughs. Good
Yeah.
workout.
I hope I started your day off with a positive, but I'm going to go to bed. So yeah,
okay.
that's my night. But
Yeah.
it's been great. So I'll leave it to you to say one
absolutely.
last thing, and then we'll close it.
Oh.
So whatever you want to say to the people of America and the world.
Man. See, I'm going to guess that 5 people made it to the end. The first watch through. So
And
I'm
that's
going to say
enough.
thank you so much for yeah, really. Honestly, 1 is enough. As long as
Yeah.
we're making some sort of impact on the world. You know what? That's a great topic to bring up. If you can make a positive impact on 1 person per day, if everyone in the world does that, it'll be a better place. Be kind, walk a mile in someone else's shoes, walk 3 feet in someone else's shoes.
Put 3 feet
Empathy
in someone's
for one
shoes.
another.
Get all 3 of your feet into 1 shoe.
Fit both feet in 1 shoe and see how you like it. All right, that's how I live my life every day in 1 shoe.
Just hopping around.
God damn. It's all self-inflicted pain, but God damn it, you better feel sorry for me.
That's the human
But yeah,
condition, man.
I feel like that's. Yes, be nice. Empathy. That's the biggest thing. Do unto others as you would do unto yourself.
That is very zen of you to close it
Yes.
out. Sounds good. I'm not even going to allude to what that means, but I think you can make the joke if you've watched the episode. All right. Have a nice day, everybody. Listen to the man. All right, that's it. Say bye.
See you later, everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, the man who invented clapping.
You guys still do that shit?